All right, what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, that is connected, I think. There we go. We are connected. All right, how you guys doing today? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Apologies for all of the delays over the last 2 weeks, but we are back. We are ready. My chat is completely destroyed for some reason, but I think we're good. Let me know if anything seems weird or anything. Apologies for the delay today. I was trying to go live at 6:30. We had my last work event for quite a while that I ended up getting stuck in traffic for, hoping to get back by 6:30. Unfortunately, it ended up being about 6:40. So really big apology to everybody. But we are back. We are ready. We had a week off for some other work stuff, but we're back to talk everything and anything bowling. So thank you everybody who's jumping in right now. Really appreciate all of you for being able to hop in. But let's get right into it. We got a lot of people who've been hopping in so far. All right, let's see. What have we missed early on? Craig, Clifford, Billy, ADHD, and James. What is going on, guys? Duncan, I recently participated in a Storm Matchmaker and liked the Equinox a lot. Is it a good step up from the Zen, or is it a versatile ball I can use on sport shots? I would say it's a little close to the Zen in a lot of ways, so I don't think you really need both. I think one or the other is the better play. Whiskey, does Zach get here before the 26 PBA schedule is released? Is that happening today? Is that actually happening? 2026 PBA schedule? I have been, unfortunately, completely out of social media all day today. What is that? Nope, that's PBA. There's a PBA tour that is billiards. Interesting. Odd. Let's see. Dawn, it feels like it's been a while. I know it's only been like a week or two, but we are back. We are better than ever. Andy, yes, unfortunately, some things went a little late, but let's see. Jazzy B, what's going on? Joe, what is up? Gabriel, Randall, and Joe. Thanks, ZVL. I'm hooked on mystery ball deals. Got a second one this time from McCovey's Bowling World and scored a combat. That's huge. That combat is the absolute craziest pull you could have from a mystery box. That's an awesome, awesome steal. You did really well with that one. Good job. That is pretty massive. I should actually switch. I'm now realizing that my thing, let's do that. Apply. Whoops, there we go. All right. Yeah, the combat's good. The combat is, in my opinion, it's going to be one of the more underrated Brunswick bowling balls. Like, Brunswick has so many bowling balls come out, it's very hard to be able to keep track of all of them. And the combat was really under the radar. Like, it was a new core, new cover combo that Brunswick never had. They were hoping it would pick up well because it has a big B on it. But unfortunately, that did not work at all. Very, very disappointing that it just is not being well liked. It's a good ball. It's like an Evoke Hysteria for Brunswick, but it's just not getting the popularity, and that happens. It'll probably be on sale, unfortunately, sooner rather than later. Wayne, Pineapple Direct Hit with a side of Beyond Infinity in the house. That Beyond Infinity wasn't bad. So, for a little bit of background, I bowled a tournament this weekend on Sunday. Ended up taking second out of 55-ish people. So, really good tournament. Central Brunswick Sweeper. Shout out to those guys in Minnesota. But I brought the Beyond Infinity. I have not thrown it in the last month and a half, 2 months. And I needed like a cleaner asymmetrical ball that isn't going to be completely sideways. I didn't want the gremlin. I didn't want like anything around that range. I wanted something smoother. So I was like, Beyond Infinity. I don't know. This is going to be like the make or break of this ball. If it's bad, I'm going to get rid of it. If it does well, I'll keep it for a while. Luckily, it ended up being good for about 8 frames. It was phenomenal. It was able to weasel me out at 230 because it was able to get through the front and not be too angular down lane. So my leaves were always, 4 pins and 2 pins, not going through the face for big splits. So it was really good in that regard. However, once it was bad, it was terrible. I switched over to a shiny Rockstar and I didn't get out of that the rest of the day, but it was good for its tiny bit of time. Tiny bit of time. Cool, what is going on? James, I have a solution to crazy handicap leagues, divisional scratch leagues. So the problem with divisions is there aren't enough people to be a part of them. That's kind of the disappointing piece. So like if you have a league, like Nationals already does that to a certain degree, is the divisional scratch, where like you've got your lower handicap in the classified division, the middle and standard, the upper and regular. but it's still not the. I mean, a lot of people go to nationals for the prestige, but I think if that was a regular tournament, people wouldn't like it much. So there's pros and cons. It's so hard to know what is best for bowling and what'll actually work. Handicap is always a very touchy subject in so many different ways, so it's very difficult. Thorn, in increment of 5 years, era. In increments of 5 years, era is the golden age of bowling balls. What era? I mean, 2015 to 20 was pretty good. That's when the purple came out. That's when you had the phase 2 come out. You had a lot of other really good bowling balls. So I'd say that's pretty high. Don, when I got to get somewhere, I catch all the red lights. Dude, we had a crash that happened a couple miles in front of us. It was terrible. It was so many. Any problem that could happen did happen. All right, let's catch up over here quick. RC Car, what's going on? What's a good asymmetrical core? RC, I think you've asked this question a lot, man. That's there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Let's see. Brian T, what's going on? Moose, how underrated is the Vaporize? I don't think it's actually underrated. The Vaporize was really well liked for the first like 8 months that it was out. I think now it's just old enough where it's going under the radar, kind of like the Theorem. The Theorem is still an amazing ball. It's just not getting the attention because there's so many new releases coming out. I mean, I think the Black Widow Mania took a lot of the attention off of those big ASIM pearls, but the Vaporize is still phenomenal. I always have one in my bag at all times. It's one of the better asymmetrical pearl options that's a lot rounder. It doesn't really seem asymmetrical. Big Ben, should I buy the bubblegum vibe? Depends, Ben, on what you have. It's a good weak bowling ball. If you need a weak bowling ball, it's going to get through the fronts. That's when it's going to be best. Otherwise, you probably don't need it. D-Dave IQ Tour is the best ball ever. I mean, yeah, definitely agree. Fred Durst, thoughts on the Lethal Venom for strong smooth for Rev Dominant? I think it can be good for that. The Lethal Venom has a weak core. So if you're very Rev Dominant, absolutely. If you're only slightly Rev Dominant, it might not be strong enough. If you're just bowling house shots, different story, whole different story. But if you're bowling sport shots, it might be a little bit too weak. While the cover is super strong, that core isn't very hefty. Anthony, question, what ball would you purchase? Like, do it all ball or go to? That's where I always go my medium smooth category. That's my go-to for a just jack of all trades ball. That's where like the phases, the rock stars, the game breakers, the venom shocks, that's where those balls come into play. They're just good for every situation. Durst, is the Origin EX the best option for that slot? No, definitely not. Origin EX is fine. But no, I think go check out my Rev Dominant video for an arsenal, and that'll give you the best options I have for each company. Anthony, what's the new SPI ball? Yeah, so the main thing with the video, also Hayden, what's going on, man? Good to see you in TikTok chat. The main thing with this video is Storm is teasing a lot of stuff lately. They're pushing a lot of Equinox news at us, and there is already an Equinox Solid on the USBC approved list. And some people thought it was going to be overseas, but now Storm has really been pumping a lot of Equinox content at us. So it's kind of interesting. And now they have a live stream Friday at 10 a.m. Ironically, is the exact time that they announce bowling balls all the time. If you ever watch Storm every, couple of weeks, whenever it's around bowling ball announcement time, soon after a ball gets released, you're going to see 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Central Time is when they always release information. So Storm is being very, very interesting where they're saying, hey, we have a live stream with some big dogs on Friday at 10 a.m. And hey, join the Equinox Club. I don't know if you guys saw that from Storm. So I would place a $17.50 bet that there is going to be some kind of Equinox announcement coming Friday. That would be my guess in that regard. So that's what I'm thinking a new Storm ball is going to be. I can almost guarantee we're going to have a ball announcement on Friday. They're just teasing too much stuff for it to be anything other than a new ball announcement, which is kind of crazy because the Hyperdrive Pearl just came out 5 days ago. Like, it just dropped. So crazy to see another ball getting announced. But that is my educated guess right now. Do I know any information behind the scenes? No. I've been as in the dark as you guys in a lot of these ways. I find out the second the ball announces, or if a viewer has a leak for me. That's about the only other way. So that is what I'm thinking with a new SPI ball, trying to put all the pieces together for everybody. So if you've been out of the loop or you don't follow Storm on every social media site, that's really where the cards are playing. So 10 o'clock Central Time, there's going to be a live stream on the Storm. I don't really know what. It might be it's one of their social medias. I don't know which exactly. They're going to have something. So expect that. Expect some kind of announcement from Storm on Friday, which is cool. New ball talk is always a good time. But let's get back into it. Let's see. Caleb, I just got the Black Widow Tour V1. It looks so good. Good. That's awesome to see. Yeah, the Tour V1 is seeming pretty decent right now. It's kind of funny seeing Brunswick do their marketing ploy. So Brunswick, originally, the idea was that these new bowling balls were only going to release in like 2 weeks. It's because usually what bowling ball companies do is they give 3 weeks for the announcement, between the announcement and the actual release of the video or release of the bowling ball. That gives ball reviewers time to actually post about the bowling balls. It gives time for staffers to post about the bowling balls, etc., etc. However, they gave these balls about a week. The reason, now putting the tinfoil hat on, the reason is Storm had a bowling ball releasing the next day. So they wanted to be 1 day ahead of Storm because Brunswick always has these pokes and these pushes and prods at Storm Bowling. For example, I posted a video a couple days ago about the One Ovation having the same exact colorway as the Zen 25. Now, Brunswick knows the One Ovation is not going to sell well. That's a given. It got released at the same time as 2 hammer balls. The One Ovation is going to get ignored out of the bunch. All of the One bowling balls did. So what they did is they tried to upset Storm by making the same colorway. And yes, Brunswick, if you probably check out any Brunswick person, they'll say, no, this was the best colorway. But come on, there was some marketing like poking that happened in that. We know that. Ralphie, I need everyone to know that Pete Weber has a Cameo account. That's a thing. Huh. That's not really something I think I needed. A Cameo account from Pete Weber. Why? I mean, I'm glad he knows people that actually know technology now. That's a good sign. He had an Instagram for a minute. It was kind of funny. Khalil, what's going on? Pros and cons of the combat. Pros, it's a very round and smooth pearl ball, which is good. Though that's a pearl ball, that's always really beneficial, especially early transition. Con, it's going to leave a lot of corner pins if you don't have much of a rev rate and the lanes aren't broken down enough. So you're going to leave a lot of corner pins because it's just not angular enough. Ken, what's up? After 3 weeks, my team is in commanding lead of first place. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Yeah, we are at the time of league season and with all the standings coming in too. Ooh, we got a lot of people hopping in. Barks, there hasn't been a new Storm branded ball announced since Expo. They had a quiet summer. I forget what their last one was. What did they have in June? I mean, they had the Typhoon, which really doesn't count. I mean, it does, of course, but it's a low-end ball, and there is a lot less push on those. So I think the Typhoon was the last Storm-centric, I don't know why I air quoted that, Storm-centric bowling ball that actually came out. Roto and Global have taken over that side, so yeah. It would make sense that we're going to have something Storm-related very, very soon, and the pieces kind of add up for it to be an Equinox solid this Friday, which is cool. I love this, like, teasing and, like, you know, like the little drips of information compared to just, here's the new bowling ball. I like the little, like, tags. Ion Pro Solid. Yeah, when were the Ion Pro Solid and High Road 40? Was that April or May? I don't remember. I do not remember at all. Joe, between Mystery Ball, Sublime Focus, and Combat, and a Purple Slammer, you should be set. Oh, I mean, you just need the purple. I think it's been said a lot lately that all you need right now for tournament play is a purple hammer. It doesn't matter what you bowl. 35 feet, purple slammer. 45 feet, purple slammer. 72 feet, purple. It doesn't matter. Street Day was only June for those guys? Huh. Time is a myth. Time is fake. That's crazy. Alec, I currently have a Jackal Ambush and an Onyx. Was thinking of replacing the ambush with a Forge. Yes, there is definitely way too much overlap. I think the Ambush and the Onyx are nearly identical in a lot of ways. The Onyx just has a slightly more versatile cover stock to it, is the difference in them. I don't think you need another ball right next to them all. I don't think that's a necessity. Pool, can I hit my track stealth mode with 4,000? Yes. Yeah, that ball hooks super early, so a little bit of less surface is going to help out a lot. Hey, P. Smith, what's going on? Always love the streams. Thanks, man. Would love to know if and when you're coming back to Pitt. if you are, I'd love to meet you and maybe we could do a collab. I know my channel is small. I don't have any plans in the next little while to be coming to Pittsburgh. But we'll see, maybe sometime in the near future. I have a couple plans in the near future, hopefully, for some bowling stuff. I'm hoping maybe Utah and Texas are my next two pushes, but we'll see how those all end up with some business things happening. EMS, loving the new Black Widow. I've only heard good things about it, which is a great sign. That was kind of like the Mania as well. It was only positive info, and that's a good thing. One, it's better than no info, and two, it's just a positive. Dan Tippett, is better to hook at opposite side single spins or use plastic? The technically right answer is use plastic. If you're in league, I just hook at them, but I also have practiced and know where to stand and all that for left side spares, so they don't. I can do both, just I'm lazy. The right answer is throwing straight. It takes away all variables. It should give you the best chance, but it really depends on what you bowl on. If you only bowl league, you don't have to throw straight at all spares. 10 pins or corner pins, of course, but you don't have to at all of them. Joe, Pittsburgh area would be great in June. Mike Shady does a camp with a pro special guest. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Dan, got a really good deal on a Sublime Focus. Yeah, the Sublime Focus is basically discounted or basically discontinued at this point. I think the price I'm seeing it at is $115 from everybody. So it's pretty much out the door at this point. I don't think it's official yet from what I've heard, but it's basically there. Draco, would RST Pearl be a good ball above the Gremlin? Yes, but there isn't much of a difference. They're very close together. I don't think you need both. I think one or the other is best. Loki, Phase 2 or Rockstar, a wet dry? Flip a coin. I like the Phase 2 better, but I really fell in love with my Rockstar this weekend. Rockstar is just a little bit longer and sharper. They're almost the same bowling ball. They're nearly identical. Princess Trunks just picked up my Widow V1 in 3D offset assault. Hey, that is awesome to hear. Love to hear that. Have fun with them. Aaron, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. What did I miss? We're just really getting live, so nothing too crazy that you missed so far. Greg Green picked up the Hyperdrive Pearl and love it. Good. That ball looks good. I personally love the colors on that guy. The purple and blue looks really cool together, in my opinion. Yeah, reaction seems really decent so far, so that's a good sign. I'm hoping it does well. I think the idea of that ball is really good. I like the idea of that better than the Gremlin. If I would have to choose personally, I would choose the Hyperdrive Pearl over the Gremlin. I think it's just a little better and more versatile in a lot of ways. The Gremlin is great in specific situations, but I think the Hyperdrive Pearl is just a better ball. But some people will say otherwise. Don, great finish. Yeah, thank you, Don. It was a fun. I went through a little bit of a gauntlet to get to the finals of that tournament, because what it was is a 1-in-4 cut. 55 people, top 16 made the cut. I qualified in 6th, I believe. 5th or 6th? No, yeah, 6th, I think. I think I could have jumped to 5th with a better last game. I shot 195 in the last one. But yeah, I had to go through a tournament teammate of mine who has the greatest physical form of almost any human being I've ever met. Then I went through a former PBA Regional Rookie of the Year and PBA Regional Titleist, and then a guy who definitely could have been a PBA Regional guy. So yeah, a lot of talent that I had to run through somehow in a single game elimination format, which was crazy. Alec, could you have both a Lethal Venom and Primal Ghost in the same bag? I wouldn't unless you have more than 6 bowling balls. If you have less than 6 bowling balls, you do not need both. You need one or the other, but not both. Joe, no idea how to fit this combat in my arsenal. Definitely strong, sharp. Yeah, looking forward to figuring out layout and spot, hopefully in a bag. Yeah, perfect. And congrats on the good run. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I got smoked by a lefty. I got absolutely clobbered by a lefty in the finals. He had I believe it was a short pin harsh reality. And he just threw it up the 10 board and would have shot 250. And I did not have 250 left in the tank for that tournament. Bald Bros, watching you in Waterloo, didn't want to bug you. Oh, don't worry, you could always come up to me. Never worry about bugging me during the tournament. You can always come up and say hi. But yeah, awesome. I wish I would have seen you. I wish I would have said hi. Scooch picked up a Radical Zigzag Solid, having trouble reading the reaction. Honestly, the Zigzag is a very weird bowling ball. Man, the Zigzag is interesting because it's so different depending on how you drill. If you drill it weak, it's like a symmetrical ball. If you drill it strong, it's one of the strongest balls on the planet. So it's kind of tough. It's smooth. It's definitely a very smooth bowling ball. So you usually need to play straighter with some of those stronger radical bowling balls. They don't like angle like at all. They just do not do angle well. They're really good at playing straight, but deep angle is not going to be that ball's forte. That is not what it's going to be best for. CJS, best benchmark ball for a balanced two-hander, non-brand specific. Yeah, balanced two-hander, best options from each brand. I think Phase 2, Venom Shock, and then the, I like the Hammerhead a lot, personally, from the Brunswick brands. I think that's the best one. You could go Game Breaker 5 as well in there, but I think those are going to be the top 3 dogs. Top 3 in the game right now. Did Joe, my core is asymmetrical, and so is my soul. There's so many questions with that. We'll have that in our therapy session later, Joe. We'll talk about that. Jeremy, what's the best place to find overseas equipment, specifically the new High Road Black? So my personal favorite place, with a little bit of bias behind it, is and well, actually not, because I found them before they reached out, was Bowler's Connection. So let me find their eBay page. I'm going to see if it has that ball in it yet. Bowler's Connection. They have an Eternity Fusion right now, but they do not have the, a 16-pound one. They do not have the High Road from what I'm seeing. So that is my favorite place, Bowler Connection on eBay. They get a lot of the stuff early, and they're one of the smaller guys, and they offer stuff a little bit cheaper than like Bowler's Asylum. They're usually $300 to $400 a pop, where Bowler's Connection is usually a little bit less pricey. So that's my personal favorite. I just got the Glow from them, Optimidal Glow. It's pretty cool. Don, I like bowling with the people in my league. It's a handicap league. I think we give greater than 240 averages, 0 handicap. Wow, that's wild. That is a lot. Joe, I got a pink Black Widow Urethane off 220 average. That's huge. That is awesome. That's a really good ball that you cannot find anymore. It is just not out there anymore. Lawrence, what's going on? Yeah, 220 was he selling all his stuff? Or what? Does he even bowl anymore? I don't even know if he does YouTube, in all honesty. I haven't seen anything from that dude in a long while. 220 average. I'm selling all my bowling balls. Goodbye. Oh. Is he quitting YouTube? Don't want to let me know? He posts still every couple days, and he's getting a lot of views. I mean, yeah, he's getting a good amount of views. He must just have signed with a company or something, is my guess. That's gotta be. It's gotta be a little bit clickbaity. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does gimmick videos. He doesn't do any, like, he's more entertainment side of bowling than like actual instructional or help. Drake, would the Hyperdrive Pearl and Gremlin be a good 1-2? No, I do not think so. Oh, it's clickbait? Yeah. Oh, he just bowled a PBA. Tori, took my Mania to 1000. My house shot is now heavy oil. Struggled with it, lefty, speed dominant, leaning balance, 15 mile an hour thoughts. Strongest solid I have is a Rockstar. Yeah, I mean, yeah, taking it to 1000 is now not a bad idea. RJ, Nick and Phil mentioned again about your Amazon durometer. I'm glad that those guys think about me so much. That makes me feel good inside. Oh man, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. Yeah, neither of them have reached out to me at all about it, so that's unfortunate. And they haven't actually released anything that shows it's not accurate. So right now, all the footage all the scientific research that's published shows that urethane gets softer. So sorry, John. And they shouldn't complain. They won the urethane thing. Let's see. I saw Greg clickbaity. He's selling balls. He's clearing space. 220 average bowler lives with his mom, and the 200 balls he bought in order to do his channel, his mom is getting pissed off about. So he had to offload them. Princess, it was clickbait. He's selling a large chunk. Yeah, selling all his balls. But a lot said it was clickbait, said his mom was mad. That's hilarious. You really, that's bold. I mean, no shame. No shame. I respect that side of it. Like, I live with my mom and she's pissed. My mom said I need to get rid of stuff. That's kind of funny. I don't want to make fun of like mock him, but that's kind of humorous. Mom said I need to get rid of my equipment. You guys want to buy it? Tim, could the IQ Tour and High Road 40 he's at least selling it for an okay price, right? Like it's at least not like $200 a ball. Like I really hope it's not. That'd be really unfortunate. Okay, now I have to look. I'm sorry. I definitely have to look. Oh man, all I'm getting is Expedition 33 stuff. By the way, amazing game. I played like 2 hours of it and I want to go play like 14 more. All right, let me look. Does he have like a merch, Nexus bag, protein? Does he actually have anything? No, it doesn't. On his Patreon or something? Okay, well that's that. I wanted to see some prices. I wanted to see. All right, Tim, could the IQ AI and High Road 40 make sense in the same bag? Yes. I would recommend bringing the IQ AI down a little bit in surface, take the polish off, and then I think they could, but they are still a little bit weak. For my teammate, what's a good compliment to a 3.0? Black Widow 3.0 Mania. Black Widow Mania is going to be the best option. Let's see. Flyer, phase 2 doesn't do well for me on house shot. Yeah, early on it won't. You need a lot of games on it. You need 10 to 15 games on it for it to be better. I gotta stop making fun of people on this. Whoopsie. CJ, love my pink Urethane. It's good. It's a really good ball. I like mine too. I've whacked with it at times. It's either amazing or it needs to go in a dumpster. There's no in between for that ball. Red Durst. He mainly does, yeah, plastic and gimmick videos. Yep. Lawrence, Guru Oracle from Radical, shot 300 out of the box. Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Tori, Bowlersmart. Yeah, Bowlersmart has had the craziest storm deals lately. So insane storm deals. You want to buy anything? I have a link down below in the description, by the way. Make sure to use that. I get 5% commission then. Thank you guys so much, whoever used the link. Anyway. Don, the Harsh Reality Pearl worked well for me this week. Just picked up some Vice polish. Hey, there you go. Nice. Yeah, that ball. I mean, you can still buy that ball, which is crazy. Andy, the specs of the Overseas Equinox Solix look identical to the Ion Max. Yeah, I'm guessing. I saw a little description of it, and it was like, this has the same hook as the Ion Max, but a way different shape. I really hope it's not just an Ion Max with a different colorway. That would be really bad. I hope it's like a step down or quicker or something. Garrett, how are you feeling about the new Widow Tour? It fits kind of between medium smooth and medium sharp is where I put it. I put it in medium smooth category. I don't think it's quick enough to be in medium sharp, but it's looking good. It's looking like a ball down from your effect tour, and that's a good spot to have. That's a gap that isn't really filled in bowling right now, which is good to have filled. That's huge. Justin, I have a physics blackout with that layout. Should I go weaker ball or medium ball? Go weaker. Definitely go weaker. Absolutely weaker. Okay, now I'm going to look. Okay, now that I know he has a website, let me just look up the website. I'm not, by the way, if you are watching this 220 average, I am not making fun of you. I am at least not trying to make fun of you. But I'm very curious. Oh, these prices are, these balls are in the worst shape I've ever seen. Holy cow. A cell pearl? That thing looks terrible. Oh my god. He's selling the, oh wow. Pitch black for 30 bucks. Oh, these balls suck. Sorry. Why is he selling absolute garbage? Ugh. Why is he keeping these? A hype solid that looks like it went through a meat grinder? He has, like, it's cool to see that he has like the clear bowling balls, and the Cobra ball is pretty cool. Uh-huh. Interesting. Buy at your own risk. Always remember that. Too tall. Amazon Durometer still living rent-free in their heads. Maybe time to troll their comments. Yeah, no, you will never see me in those comment sections. But yeah, you guys, I will never tell you guys to do anything. Do whatever you want. But as long as they are aware, if one of you two, Nick or Phil, ever watches my content, which I know you don't, I am not condoning people making fun. I'm not telling people to make fun of you. If they do, it's because of you guys. I'm making too many enemies. I'm just a bowler. Joe, Jack J continues to tear it up. That ball's looking so good. That ball's looking so good. Gerald, I wonder if I got a text saying, please don't do that. No, I didn't. Gerald, I think it's going to be an Ion Max Pearl. It could be. It could be. I know that did get approved, I think. I think it was on the USB-C approved list, if I remember right. Someone mentioned it to me, so it could be that as well. There's just too much Equinox stuff, though. They've pushed the Equinox Club. They've shown videos of people in Equinox merch. So, like, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck, I think. I think that's how we have to look at it right now. Probably. B. Weiss just picked up a Black Widow Mania. What's your opinion? It's an amazing ball. Really, really good, strong and sharp bowling ball. Asymmetrical pearl. Good for house shots. RJ, thoughts on an RST Hyperdrive but with some shine on it? I've seen it with shine and it looks pretty good. It's looking pretty decent right now, so I think that's not a bad choice, especially if it's hooking too early for you. Rich, am I tripping or have you seen the new Optimum Idol Solid? It's not a domestic release. It's an overseas release. But yes, they did release the Optimum Idol Glow and then a new Optimum Idol Solid colorway, I believe. It's very hard to get, though. Yeah, it's a very, very hard to get. Let's see. What grit should I put on my Ion Pro? I'm guessing Ion Max. Remember, the Ion Pro Max is not a ball. It's Ion Max or Ion Pro, so they're two separate bowling balls. I'm gonna make a video soon about like bowling balls or bowling terms that are done incorrectly. There's a lot of them. I know Chris Barnes is even one who said Ion Pro Max, and it hurts. No, Ion Max 2,000 grit, 2 to 4,000 will be good. It's probably gonna hook early. It's a very strong bowling ball. I actually just drilled one for a kid yesterday. I say kid because he's like 10 years old. And I put it to 4,000 grit to try to get it to not hook as early. Fred Durst, I don't know if you answered. Lethal Venom and Hysteria be a good 1-2 punch. Yes, 100%, 100%. And Pat, V1 Tour under the effect. Yes, that is the perfect spot for it to fit. Maribeth, what's up? What is going on? Good to see you. Panda, would a solid cover be good game one as a Rev Dominant player? Yeah, usually solid bowling balls are going to be the best for early in a league session or in a tournament block, and then going to shiny stuff a little bit later on is the general best play. And Billy M, I have an Ion Pro. Can I have a Tour V1 or will they overlap? I think they overlap a little bit too much. I think the comparison I saw is that the Ion Pro Solid and the Black Widow Mania are close together. Now, that was off one person, and ball reviews right now are in a very, very tough spot. So I don't know if that's 100%. I think the Widow is going to be a little bit quicker than an Ion Pro Solid, but to each their own. Don, I saw Pete Weber's on camera. That's crazy. Greg, I picked up the RST Hyperdrive Pearl. I love it. Getting used to it. Good. Hey, that's awesome to hear. Don, my league's teammate is almost good. Love it. Hey, Mark Lethbridge, what's going on, man? No, I got hung up at work. You haven't missed much so far. You're good. Aaron, quick general question. A few weeks into league, the lanes used to be wood. They switched to a brand new synthetic. And they supposedly have something that others don't have. Now, it's something that everyone has. That's just a gimmick, probably. What should I throw? I was primarily throwing the Vibo, a little bit less. I still think is the best bag. So since it's brand new lanes, I'd recommend experimenting. I always recommend experimenting for people when they have new lanes, new oil pattern, whatever it may be. League is a long season, very long season, gives you plenty of time to test out different stuff. There really is no like, use this and that's going to be the best play because house shots are all over the place. Like you said, house shots, medium amount of oil, but there's so many different variables to it where it could be, and the lanes are a huge different variable as well. So I'd recommend experimenting. Try some different stuff in the first game, see what works, see what doesn't. Corey, keep doing an amazing job. Thank you, Corey. Does that vice tape really help with revs or any tape? All right, I will that's actually a good question. Let's go into that. So Vice and Josh Tajiri, specifically Josh and Bay Area Pro Shop, sent me some Vice Max Rev tape for your fingers. And I was able to test it a little bit last night. And what I can confirm right here, it does not improve your rev rate. It does not boost your rev rate. It just doesn't happen. There are no equipment or tools that can generally boost your rev rate minus practicing in different form and technique, making sure your fingertip, all that jazz. Now, what it does is it changes how the ball feels on your hand, which is a really good thing. It helps you feel how the ball is coming off your fingers, which is really, really good. I think that's a fantastic training tool to be able to get better ball roll on your bowling ball. If you can't feel a ball coming off like the pads of your fingers, this is a great thing to use. Now, I know there's a lot of a couple of people who are posting like, this is boost your rev rate by 50 or whatever. No. There is no tool in the world. There is no tape. There is no guard, grist guard, whatever it may be, that will boost your rev rate by a ton. It's just not possible. But what it does is gives you better feel, which gives you the potential to increase your rev rate with some practice and different technique. But yeah, overall, it seems pretty cool. Now, I don't know the price yet. I do not know the price of the Vice Pro. Let me look it up quick. Vice Max Rev Tape. Bay Area does have it. They're selling it for 20 bucks. Now, it looks like it retails at 30. 30 will be too much. 20, I think, is okay. There's a lot of tape in there. A lot of tape in it. Too Tall. Hope your work events went well this year. Our company picnic is at Bolero. That's awesome. Love that. Yeah, no, they went really well. I'm also a recruiter for my, a little bit of a side tangent. I also recruit at colleges with my developer job. And so I go to college fairs and they're very far away, unfortunately. So that gets to be, it's like 2+ hour drive, a lot of traffic. So that's why I've been late / missed last week, but they were good. Yeah, a lot of really good candidates. Job market is miserable right now in tech. So a lot of people looking for jobs, and we luckily had jobs. So that was a good sign. The Princess Trunks Witter Tour V1 is definitely snappy in the back end. I wasn't vibing with it at first. Hit it with a 2K pad. Yeah, a lot of the Brunswick stuff is pretty quick off the spot right now. So I've noticed I've needed to put my stuff at lower grits to keep them to be usable. Angle is good. Too much angle sucks. Don, you should buy Echo. Is Echo closing? Is that what's happening? I haven't heard anything. I saw your text, but I need to answer. I literally ran into my apartment and quickly started the stream right when I hopped on. I also got a text that I'm missing Andy's chat. Nah, he left. I have a friend who hops in once in a while. Mike, next time you go to Pittsburgh, go to Permanente. Oh, I did. Yeah, I went to Permanente last time I was there. Yeah, it was great. It was good. It was awesome. I was a fan. Devin, did you see the Storm Equinox haul? Yes, exactly. I didn't even see the teaser, but they've had a lot of little pokes. Like they have a live stream at 10 a.m. on Friday, which is their time that they announce bowling balls. You guys ever notice every bowling company has a very specific time that they announce bowling balls and day of the week. Brunswick is always 11 o'clock on Tuesdays is when they announce bowling balls. Motive is kind of weird. It depends if a staffer leaks it or not, but usually they're Wednesdays early in the morning. They've been between 8 and 10 a.m. on Wednesdays. Storm is always 10 a.m. and these are all Central Time. Always 10 a.m. on Friday. That is always when they announce bowling balls. They have never gone away from that except for the identities. The identities were the one weird case. However, I assume we are not going to see an identity anytime soon because they are on sale everywhere you look. You can find them for $160 some in every pro shop in the nation now because nobody can get rid of them because they were a really bad idea. Anyways. That's a rant. That's the rant I can go on. I still have a video I never post and I won't post about just ranting about FOMO bowling balls, which is entertaining. Dawn for sale. Ooh, yeah, no, I'll pass. That place needs a lot of work, unfortunately, and I do not have the income to put in that work. Let's see. Nate, do you think a youth bowler turning 18 should go adult immediately? It depends if you go to college. If you go to college, staying youth is better because the money just goes directly into paying for college. And the less loans you can have, the better. However, if you are not going to college, just go adult. Cody, do I need another ball to play inside? My balls are Summit Ascent, Fate, UC3, Urethane, Polish, Origin, TNT, and Fuse. Looking to replace the UC3. No, I mean, you have a lot of bowling balls right now, so I'd recommend working on those. Especially as a lefty, you don't need much to play super deep. You generally want to play straighter as a lefty because there's less friction, less play over there. So I think you have a pretty good arsenal as a lefty. Sub, I have an event effect tour as my first ball, but it doesn't hit hard on the fresh. What ball can I get from Hammer that's a ball out of the bag? You could go with something such as a Hammerhead is going to be, that's probably too close. I would go 3D offset assault, honestly. I think that's a good one too. 3D offset down to the effect tour. Lamb, I assume the Hyperdrive Pearl is a good replacement for your Eternity. Honestly, not bad. It's not a terrible replacement. It's going to be a little weaker. That's the problem. It's a little bit too weak to be a true Eternity 1-to-1, but I think it's close. All right, here's all the 220 average talk. Yeah, I haven't watched him in a minute. I honestly didn't know he was still posting. Good to see that he's still posting. Any bowling content getting out there is a good sign. BLT, I'm up to 37 bowling balls. Nice. Hey, that's awesome. You'll catch up to me in no time. No, I have a few. Yeah, Xander is the high road 40 staying at 114. I don't think for long. I think it'll be a temporary thing. So right now, the reason is Bowler's Mark gets some rebates from Storm for that. So I'd recommend grabbing it sooner rather than later. It's the craziest deal you'll see on that high road 40 because that ball is good. That is one of the best, if not the best, weekend sharp ball in the market. Yeah, it actually is probably the best. It is definitely the best. It's the best high road or road ball that's out too. Alec, can you get away with having no, you can. I don't think so, Alec. I think they're too close. Row BA wanted that basketball spare ball. That one's pretty dope. I've never seen that one. He sold his Revelated for $25. The Revelated is I've seen, who is it? I've seen Mikey Pinnell posting with that ball a lot. I still don't understand that Revelated. It's like a beefy torpedo direct hit is what it seems like. It's interesting. John, we have ours for 109. Why? Why do we have that? That's such a stupid deal. That's crazy. Matthew bought some from Josh. Nice. That is technically better than Bowler's Mart. Charles, how would the Hyperdrive Pearl be compared to the Vibo? Weaker and quicker. Cody, he wanted to make room. The Pink Widow was 40. That's stupid good. Phase AI sold for 40. Yeah, he just wants to get rid of them. $40 for a ball, unless it has a billion games on it. The ones he had on the site yet looked like they have seen better days. But, I mean, Phase AI isn't that old. He couldn't have destroyed it quickly, so that's not bad. Xander, are shoe brushes good when you step in something sticky? Yes, shoe brushes are the best way to get anything off of your soles. Definitely. We have 124 in the chat and only 25 likes. Hey, G. Bryant, perfect. That's a perfect time for a shameless plug. Yeah, if you're new here, hello. Great to see you. You look great today. Make sure to drop a subscription or follow to be able to stay notified for any new videos that are coming on the channels, YouTube, and we're on everywhere. We're going to have categorization guides for every ball company coming out very soon. The Motive Guide is coming out tomorrow. Brunswick Guide is probably coming out Sunday is my hope. And then I'm hoping Thursday is going to be the Storm Guide. I still need to edit that one. But yeah, a lot of really good videos. Make sure to subscribe. If you're on TikTok, it's 2 videos a day, a little bit of everything on the bowling side, and then all the other platforms. We are blowing up a little more on Facebook and Instagram, so any follows there would be greatly appreciated as well. Otherwise, make sure to drop a like. Double tap the screen on TikTok. YouTube, it's right under where my face is. So that'd be awesome if you could press that, completely free. Best way to help the channel. But let's keep going. Larry, what are your thoughts on the one Ovation? It looks fine. I don't know. The one bowling balls I've never liked just because the core is so strong. I think if you're more speed dominant, you're going to like it. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of that core. I think it's just too strong for a lot of people. And I think the one reverb is fine because it's a weaker cover. It's that pearl cover, but I just get that instead of the Ovation. The reverb is dirt cheap right now, if I remember right. Pretty much everywhere. Not the one Ovation. One reverb. Yeah, that one is 160, which is crazy. That one's still, why is that still 140? 144 on bowling. Jeez. All right, well, the one reverb isn't on sale. That's kind of crazy. Oh, well. Copper dropped 220 average edition. That's awesome. Princess Xander, last time I got something sticky, I had to replace my soul. That's the one issue, is sometimes you just have to full replace. Joey, what's going on? Ace, Evoke Hysteria, look polished with compound. Great. That's how it comes out of the box. Let's see. Okay, tape seems good. That's a good sign. Stanley, would the Ion Pro Solid be a good addition? You have a Purple Hammer Phase 2 and Identity. I think so. I think it looks pretty good. It'll be a ball down from the Phase 2, and honestly, right now, the Ion, as much as I hate the price, the Ion Pro Solid is probably ball of the year right now, or at least number 2. I think balls 1 and 2 right now are Evoke Hysteria and Ion Pro Solid. I don't think any Brunswick ball cracks the top 3 yet. I mean, hopefully something like the Black Widow Mania V1 makes a spot in the bag, but right now, I think those are the top 2 bowling balls on the market. That is, I mean, as unbiased as I can get right now, that was, I think, yeah, top 1 and 2. Andy Reid, 220 is selling garbage. He's selling a torpedo direct hit. No, unfortunately, no torpedo direct hits. I can't believe it. That was a niche ball that I thought he would make a video of. Tim the Tapman fan. What ball was teased? We are assuming it's going to be the Storm Equinox Solid. So Storm has posted a lot of stuff about the Equinox over the last week. They asked people to sign up for their Equinox Club, which sounds like a treehouse club that you can join. So they have that. It's basically an email list. They've had a lot of pros who've been at the headquarters with their Equinox gear because they actually made some really nice quarter zips with Equinox like on the chest. And they've had a couple pros there wearing that. I think a couple of the staffers had. I didn't know Hank Boomershine actually had his Equinox. Did he? I shouldn't say that. I'm not. I think he had an Equinox jacket on in his video going through like some of his history. And they have a live stream at 10 a.m. this week that's very ominous. So we're assuming a ball is getting announced because that's when they always announce bowling balls, and we assume it's the Equinox Solid, just trying to put all the puzzle pieces together. Could it be something different? Could it be not a ball announcement? Absolutely. They've done it before in the past, but if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. That's kind of my like saying of the day. I don't know why. It just is. Getting an AI for 80 with 2 games on it, that's a good deal. That's a really good. Let's see. BL Hawk, what do you think an IQ Tour Gold would be worth? A lot of money. That is probably the most expensive ball you can buy right now because that ball was beloved. James D, I got the Lethal Venom. I've had it for a couple weeks. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Strong cover. I want to see what it looks like on medium length, medium volume sports shop. It's going to be smooth, and I think that's a really good sign. I think that's what people really wanted of that. Billy Whitaker, I have a Summit Peak and an RSTX3. What's a good complement ball? Something shiny. Or no, you have a Summit Peak. Something weaker. Those are really strong bowling balls. Cove, Ember, High Road 40, IQ Tour, Ion Pro Solid, a lot of those. Andy Reid, the mystery photo on their website looks like an overseas Equinox Solid. They have a teaser on their website. Storm hasn't fixed their website yet. If you look up a bowling ball, it's just broken. It's disappointing. I am not seeing a teaser yet. Why not? Oh, there it is. Join the Equinox Club. Be the first. Oh yeah, 100. What the Storm? Yeah, that is 100% an Equinox Solid. That's the same colorway as the one that was overseas. Okay. The Equinox Solid is coming on Friday. Here's our preview video. I could just show the preview early at that point. Come on, Storm. That's a little too obvious. I love the teases, but that one's just a little too on the nose. Little too on the nose. Bad Skates Bad, what's going on? Sub, what ball complements the Effect Tour? Black Widow Tour V1. Row BA Rockstar Hero on the way to me. Oh, that's awesome. Where'd you find that? I've seen a lot of people with those Rockstar Heroes. I don't know where they're getting them though. Yeah, that's it. That's an overseas hybrid Rockstar, Pearl Rockstar, shiny Rockstar. Either way, I've seen a lot of people posting pictures of it. I don't know where they're getting it from. Justin Mata, what weak ball should I get from Storm? 2 of the best are the Typhoon and the High Road 40. Brando, Barnsey recently hinted at one. I didn't watch Barnsey's video of the Hyperdrive Pearl. I should watch that quick. See what he's got. Manxa, what is the best layout for optimized purple urethane? I always recommend a 4-inch pin. 4x35 is my favorite. Byron, how do the Mantra Solid and the Effect Tour compare? Mantra Solid is way smoother. Way smoother, a little bit earlier as well. Cinnamon, if I have an Infinity Quest, what would be the next ball? I think a ball down from that, like a GB5 Pearl, is a good combo. Ethan, got any new ball recommendations? What did I see this weekend that looked good? Shiny Rockstar is now goated from me. Fully biased because I did well one tournament with it, so I think it's the greatest thing ever. That ball looked awesome. I think it's my replacement for my Storm Axiom. I've been looking for a replacement for my Axiom for a long time. I think the Rockstar Solid might be a little too quick with polish on or with shine to it, but I'm always trying to find shiny solids that are good. Because usually if a company releases a shiny solid, it's like, it's not great, honestly. I mean, some of the examples, Special Effect. What was the last one we had? I mean, Ion Pro Solid kind of fits there really well. That might be kind of decent. I think it's just a little too weak, but yeah, I really like that one right now. Ion Pro Solid, like I said, is one of the best bowling balls of the year right now. Yeah, lot of good options. Oh, JR Pro Shop's hanging in the chat. What is going on, guys? Is that just Barks again from who was hopping into the TikTok chat for a minute? Just jumped over, switched from one app to the other. Let's see. Warren, I need a new burn ball. 3rd game of league or 4-game tournament. Max Thrill or High Road. If you need a true burn ball, High Road 40. Max Thrills aren't my favorite. I shouldn't say that. They're a really good transition ball. I don't know if they're a good burn ball per se. JR Pro Shop, I enjoy your channel. Yeah, go check out JR Pro Shop. Go check out. It's Bar. Yeah, he switched over from TikTok to YouTube. Love that. Yeah, everyone, make sure he's in YouTube right now. JR Pro Shop, one of the best bowling channels on the internet right now. Definitely go check them out. Drop them a subscription. They are incredible. You guys, if you're here, you have 100% heard of JR Pro Shop. You have 100% heard of those beautiful human beings over there. Mike Mitchell just got your 2nd RST hyperdrive or 2nd ball because I couldn't get my blackout to hook. Hey, that hyperdrive's gonna hook. That is going to hook a lot. Mr. G1, I heard about a new gem. I haven't heard anything about a new gem. The way that bowling ball companies go, once a ball is completely wiped from existence, like the gem line is, we're not going to see one for a while. I would assume 4 to 5 years, and then we'll get a recreation of the gem line. So I don't think a new gem's coming, especially because they just released the Hyperdrive Pearl. The Hyperdrive is their new strong core from Roto. They're not going to have 2 at the same time. It's just not really something they do all that much. G. Brian, I have a Rockstar arriving in a few days. What other 2 balls can I pair up with it? I liked my Ember with it really a lot. I think that was a good combo. You could go like an RST Hyperdrive or a Gremlin as well. And then if you want something strong and ASIM and shiny, Equinox, Origin could be good. If you want something weaker, I would go like, I think IQ Tour. I think you got to go with Goat Ball. Just let Goat Ball do goat things. Cody, do I need another ball to play inside? We already hit that one. Big B, or yeah, running late and just got here. If you don't mind, can you start over again from the beginning? Oh, man, that is an idea we can do. We are not going to. That is an idea that can happen. Aaron, that's what I've been doing. Thank you. Just to refresh your memory, you have the Ion Max Phase 2 Tour Road Warrior for spare. Yeah, you have a great arsenal right now, man. I love that. Tim the Tab Man, the AI would be my 2nd ball in my bag. There you go. It's a good combo. A good 1-2 with the Venom in that. Bozzy, 1st ball I got is a Tropical Surge Solid. What's a good 2nd ball, new to league? If it's not hooking enough for you, I'd recommend a Rockstar. If it's hooking too much for you, go with like a Typhoon or a Hustle M&M. Hustle M&M is probably the best one there. You think a Gizmo ball is coming out? 1500 grit. You know? Yeah, you know, just for you, yes. Absolutely. I'll make up a webpage for it. Tony Madlin, great show as always. Thanks, man. I just got 2 of the same balls for Summer League. Evoke Hysteria. Yeah, I would drill them. Try to drill them way different. Try to drill them radically different and see what happens. Joe, Mike Shady was quoted at my camp in June. Only major example of rev rate increasing is Shannon O'Keefe, who worked for months on drills and physical game. Yeah, rev rate is one of the toughest things to increase. One of the, ironically, one of the most hated videos on the internet was, God, who was it? There was a ball company who made a video. It was how to increase your rev rate was the title. And in the video, they said, work on it when you're younger. Otherwise, tough luck. And it was bad. It was a bad video. Yes, you can increase your rev rate at any age. But yes, it's always easier to change a habit, habit before it's a habit. So it is very tough to increase your rev rate, but it is doable. I would argue I definitely increased mine from when I started. My rev rate was low. Andrew, I set Echo Lanes to my bowling team today. It's, guys, we just need 850K. Oh, that's it? Oh, chump change. Yeah, definitely chump change. Easy. Oh, if you, yeah, we got hung with some of those. If you would only want to donate $200,000 to the cause, we could own a ZVL bowling alley. We only need 4 of you. No, do not give me $200,000. I am not Kai Cenat. I am not going to do a begathon. Please do not give $200,000 to any streamer, no matter the cause. No, please, whatever you do. Bad Influence Bowling, what's going on, man? Yeah, JR, unfortunately, we still have, I think you're talking about the identity. We still have like 8 of them, 9 of them. We've sold like 2 of the new ones. Just cannot get rid of them. Nobody can, which is unfortunate. That's why the 2nd identity was the dumbest idea we've had this year in bowling, unfortunately. And then the Belmo unfortunately had the early victory lap. Oh, He isn't getting clowned for it, which is good, but he had a very early victory lap of like, we sold out. And then Bowler's Mart now was one of the first to be like, we're on sale. I don't think they were the first. I think Bay Area actually did first. To Joe, ZVL Lanes brought to you by Mr. Beast. Somebody get a hold of Mr. Beast. Yeah, let him. We gave this YouTuber $800,000 to make a bowling alley. Let's see what happens. But he also can't leave this circle. Otherwise, he loses all $800,000. Yo, fo. I love just trying to do poor imitations of streamers. Some streamers are just like, what? Yo, fo, what's up? What's the difference between the old and new identity? Nothing. Color. One is called the BCP. One is not. One is green. One is purple. That's it. One might hook like a little bit later, but they're the same ball. Potato, potato. Please don't buy both. Bad influence. I have a Sub-Zero and realize it's too strong for house. Yeah, one hand. Oh yeah, especially being rev dominant. Yeah, I would go down to try a Venom Shock instead. A lot weaker of a ball that'll work a little better. All right, I'm gonna skip a little bit up here. I am way behind on comments. Oh no, I'm only 13 minutes. Wait, yeah, 13 minutes behind. Adam, what urethane ball would be best? Purple Hammer. I won't even finish the rest of your sentence. Purple Hammer is the best urethane. Whatever you do, get a Purple Slammer. That is the only urethane that everyone should get, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Storm, but it is way better. Matthew Seibel, Infinity Quest is solid polish. Yes, that is a polished solid. Yeah, it's a weird polished solid, but it is polished and solid. And I'm going to see how many times I can say polished and solid in 30 seconds. Andy Reid, can you even get the original identity? Yeah, you can. We still have them at our pro shop. They're still available in a lot of shops. Just less available than the BCP. But yes, they are still available out there. I think I could probably find one on eBay pretty quickly, honestly. Storm Identity, eBay. And boom. Oh, $300? Up Your Alley Pro Shop is trying to make a pretty penny off of them. And it's in two people's carts, brother. No. Don't do that. Joe, I shouldn't say people shouldn't buy bowling balls, but don't spend $300 on that ball. Awesome. Look forward to the video. Perfect. Thank you. And gave you a Facebook follow. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Reverb is lifesaver for me on the burn. That's crazy. That's good on the burn. That core is so thick. So many C's on thick for that guy. Johan, what's going on? What's the Bev? Nothing, because I sprinted up here outside of the rental car I got for our company. I have my rental car outside that I'm waiting for once the stream's done to be able to go dump that back off. Jack, currently have 2 balls and a spare ball. Rotogrip Hustle X-Ray and a Sublime Focus. Speed dominant. Would be better off adding an Ion Max or Origin. Oh, Origin. 100% the Origin. Yeah, that'll be a little prettier for you. We still have some 15s of the first color. Go contact JR Pro Shop if you want your original Storm Identity. You will be able to get them, and I bet if you ask nicely, they'll put a signature in wax pencil on the ball before they drill it. Guaranteed. Maybe even a smiley face if you ask super nicely. I could see them doing that. Cool. Say that ZVL Bowling sent you. They will give you a free smiley face on that ball. Cool. One hand, no thumb bowler. First ball is a High Road 40. What would you suggest for the second ball? New bowler, been bowling for 3 months. Yeah, if the High Road 40 is hooking too much for you, or it's the first ball out of your bag and you need something weaker, go with like a Hustle M&M. If you need something stronger, I think the Cove is a really good option for you. That could be a good ball up from that. I think the Cove is a little bit underrated right now. We can certainly do that. There you go. You're looking for 14 pounds? Shoot, that might be easier to find, honestly. There might be some 14s laying around. Let's see. Adam, do you think the Ion Max will get discontinued? No. No. The Ion Max will not get discontinued anytime soon. Absolutely not. Sencal, Steel Forge is really good. Yeah, a lot of the Motive guys are liking the Steel Forge, and that's good to see. I was very hesitant on it, especially in my preview, because the Nuclear wasn't the most liked ball in the world, but I'm really glad to hear that people actually like it. That's very good to hear. Excited for that. Also, Kayla, I missed it. Thank you so much for all the gifts over on TikTok. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Nolan, I have a bubblegum vibe. And other than a spare ball, what would be a good next ball? I think something stronger, something solid. You want to stick with the Brunswick brands. Turbo X, I think, is a good ball up. Troublemaker Solid is another good ball up, something like that. Quan, If I have 450 revs and throw 15, am I rev dominant? Yes, very rev dominant. Very, very rev dominant. Very, very, very rev dominant. Big B, Evoke Hysteria comes out of the box. Oh, it's at 4,000. Really? Huh. Well, they polish. Hold on. Motive Bowling. Brett and Nick. Hold on. We got to sit down for this. You guys polish? Do you guys polish the Black Venom and not the Evoke Hysteria? Is that how that works? I need to look it up now. What? Because the Black Venom comes out of the box shiny. $142. Wow, $145 right now. 4,000 grid. No, it is also just 4,000 grid. Okay, they don't like their polish. Totally fair. Weedy, you looking for an IQ 2 or gold pearl? Always. 100% of the time. Yeah, that ball was one of the best things ever made. Sliced bread has nothing compared to the IQ 2 or gold. Billy Whitaker, have a summit. Yeah, we hit that one. RJ, I love my Super GT. 50 by 3 by 30. Interesting. I'd go Thrill Hybrid. But if you enjoy playing the dirt with it, you might want to go down to like a High Road 40. It might be a little quick for you, though. Jamal, what would be a good second ball after the Mania? If you want to stay with a shiny ball, good from Brunswick right now. GB5 Pearl, Anger, one of those two. If you want to go to a solid ball, Anger Solid. Anger Solid is really good right now. Mike Mitchell, do you think the Equinox Solid will have the same colorway? Based on Storm's website, yes. They basically just posted the full picture of the ball, and it's that like green and dark gray and white color. So if it is, yes, if it is the Equinox Solid, which it seems like it is because they have a countdown timer and then they have a link to their Equinox Club, which is such a funny name. It sounds like a special like club you get into for like as a kid. Like to join the Equinox Club, you got to spit on your hand and shake my hand. 8-year-old at a lunch table type thing. Joe, Mission Unknown rare variants could be some money. True. That was it. A gold one was super expensive, right? That was the hard one to find. Johan, would Ion Pro Solid overlap your tour dynamics? No, not at all. Way different ball shapes. Ion Pro Solid is way quicker. Weedy, I'm selling one for 500. I'm gonna get back to you on that one, Weedy. No, actually, no. If I ever spend $500 on a bowling ball, I need one of you to personally find me in Minnesota and slap me, please. I'm very stingy when it comes to bowling balls, so yeah, please slap me very hard too. Chicky, thank you for the follow, and Corbin, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate it. I'm slightly unhinged tonight, so apologies. I've been talking to college kids all day and am very tired, so you're gonna get some unhinged comments. So sorry. So if you want to ask me controversial stuff about bowling, now is the time. BL Hawk, I have an IQ 2 or gold with 8 games on it. I mean, if you throw it, yes, keep it. But otherwise, maybe not. Let's see. Aaron, I'm on Storm's website. Unique kind of blackish green. Yeah, then it's the same price. $500 is actually a steal. Yeah, oh, I've seen it. What did I see one go for? Man, I was memeing on it at League one night. I think it was $800 for a nib one. It was crazy. Yeah, it's a good price, but yeah, I ain't dropping $500, man. I'm just a poor little software developer over here who's trying to get a $200,000 payment for a bowling alley. Andy, description of the Overseas Equinox Solids does recognize it's similar to the Ion Max, but a bit more angular. Good. If that's a play, that's awesome. Ralphie, what's your Culver's order? I don't like Culver's that much. Not a fan. Butterburgers are overrated. I'm gonna watch for a minute. Let's see. Is viewership gonna plummet for that comment? No. Okay. Ted, have you tried the new Equinox Solid yet? No, no one has it yet. I'm assuming it's getting domestic. It's gonna probably get announced on Friday. I haven't seen any go down the lane overseas yet. I don't even know if they're out yet. Jim G, Hammer Effect that just came out. Thoughts on it? Strong, super strong, super hefty. It's not slow, but it's like a Mesmerize basically. Very strong. Yeah, I have no drinks near me. That's sad. Brady, a new Equinox would be awesome with some interesting eye emojis. Weird. Huh. Interesting. Read that as you will. everybody. Grumpa, what's going on, man? Good to see you. I shouldn't be brand boiled, but I'm enjoying motive. Good. What would I add? Medium oil. What do you have? Jackal Onyx, Jackal EJ, Raptor Rush, Pride Dynasty. Honestly, I mean, Pride is going to be strong. Venom Shock might not be bad. I mean, as a motive guy, you got to have a Venom Shock in the bag. Too Tall, Goat Ball Review channel on the Goat Bowling Live. Hey, look at that. Yofo, love those guys. Dan, keep up the banging live shows. Thank you, man. Do the Physics Blackout and EJ fit in the same bag? No, I don't think so. I think they're too close together. They're just, yeah. I think there's differences, but if you have a bag under 10 bowling balls, you don't need both. You need one or the other. Josh, I have a Black Widow 3.0, Black Venom, Tour Dynamics, and a Hustle. Do the Hustle. I would recommend a stronger shiny ball. I think something above the Hustle and the Black Venom is good. Like, I mean, you have a little bit of everything. Zen 25, Black Widow Mania, Track Theorem, Evoke Hysteria. A lot of those balls would be good. Bowling Brian, what are your thoughts on the High Road 40 for speed dominant righty? You're not going to use it much. You're not going to use it that much. As a speed dominant guy, you just don't use the weak and sharp category all that often. But if you do need something, that's a good option. Corey Casey, Equinox Solid. Interesting. Interesting. A lot. Yeah, I mean, right. We're at the situation now. Is anything confirmed? No. Is it on the USB-C approved list? Yes. Is it the same colorway being teased on the website as the Equinox Solid that's on the USB-C approved list? Yes. Are they teasing the Equinox Club on the website with the picture of the ball? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. We are going to do a preview on the Equinox Solid. Just practicing for Friday at 10:30. Omar, just got the Rockstar. Does it pair well with an AI? Yes, it does pair well with a phase AI. Yeah, absolutely. Joe, 220's mom might be goated for non-traditional. Oh boy, I don't know what that means. Greg, I now have RST Hyperdrive Pearl, Identity, Level, Summit Ascent, Summit Peak. Get rid of anything and add another. I mean, you have a really well-rounded out arsenal, so that's up to you. If anything's not performing well, that's when you should replace it. But I wouldn't do it just based on, I mean, what you have right now looks great. John, let's talk about the greatness that is and was weight holes. Ah, yes, they suck. Next question. Weight holes are stupid. I'm glad they're gone. They make my job when drilling bowling balls 10 times easier because I don't need to care about them. The Mo hole was the weirdest thing ever created, but it worked. I had it on a Yeti and it was mid, but it was my mid. I love that ball and it was so bad. Joe's Diner is a very big challenge. I increased mine for making my physical game more efficient. Yes, it takes a lot of work. Don, what I would give for a 1-inch hole down. Oh, that's the IQ Tour GOAT days was with a weight hole. That's what I remember. Edward, love your shows. Thanks, Edward. Appreciate it. Joe, 220's mom makes him sell a lot of balls. They're going cheap. Oh, for the, okay. I see what you're saying. I get it now. Ugh, I'm slow today. Apologies. Mike Mitchell, my next ball will be an actual spare ball. There you go. Good play. Yes, Ice is my personal favorite looking spare ball on the market. I love the color of the Ices. I'm a sucker for anything blue, though. I'm a blue guy. Like, you give me a blue candy versus a red candy, I'm picking the blue one every day of the week. So that's just me. But yeah, I think the Ice is the perfect spare ball. A little pricier than like a T-Zone, though. It's one negative. Mega Mitch, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Let's see. Where are we at? Tori Casey, I have a black hammer. Hardly use it in league, bowler, on house shot. Yeah, you don't need it. Honestly, urethane is not needed on house shots. Your ceiling, like your high score with urethane, is not as high as reactive. In league, your goal is the highest score as possible. Urethane doesn't work well for it. You're going to leave a lot of corner pins, a lot of flat stuff. Edward Bailey, how can I get you to roast my arsenal? Ooh. You're good with me roasting your arsenal, Edward? Put it into chat. I used to, when I was streaming video games on Twitch, I had to roast my username option. So I'm in. Let's go. Like I said, I'm unhinged today. Let's do it. Princess Trunks, I bought the original Identity, and as soon as I saw they changed one color on the next rather than making a solid or hybrid, I lost all faith. I don't think you should lose all faith in Storm. I think it was... I don't know if it was a push by Belmo, if it was a push by Storm. I'd assume it was leaning Belmo because he does have an absolute like love for tennis shoes. And I think he was actually going for that. And Storm said, sure, we'll try it. And now they're like, yeah, never again. Hard pass. Let's see. Where are we at? Ryan Madden, Nuclear Forge, and Ion Max. I like the combo. I think a weaker ball would be good for you. Ember is one of my favorites right now. Primal Rage, GB5 Pearl. A lot of really good options. Something medium sharp, though. Carson, do you know what a good two-handers PAP should be around? There are no good PAPs out there. There's no good or bad PAPs. It's really your fingerprint. Like, there's no bad fingerprint out there. So there really isn't one. Juanito, I got a physics overseas. Wonder if I should get it drilled. That's up to you. I will never say yay or nay for drilling an overseas bowling ball because I know they're very expensive. Hence why I have not put holes in my Zen Asura, which was just a remake of the regular Zen, which I have not put holes into yet, and I should. And I'm waiting to make a video on that whenever I get the guts to actually put the drill bit onto the ball. Sigh, would a TX23 solid cover on the phase shift be stronger? Yes, absolutely. It's stronger than the phase 2 for sure. Noah, I hurt my knee. I'm thinking of getting like a 12 to 13 ball. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's gonna be like $100 because you'll get like, it'll be like $60 for the ball, $40 for drilling. If you want to keep bowling and it's not gonna hurt the knee, it's an option, but the other option is rest. You don't want to re-injure your knee. Knees are hard. Legs are tough to fix back up. Andy Reid, getting a free ball at a clinic. If they can't get it, I'll hit up JR Pro Shop. There you go. Remember, get the smiley face. BLT, I only throw 16-pound balls. Hey, that's perfect. If it's actually a BLT burger that's talking and not a person, it makes sense. It fits. Buds Connor, thinking of adding a hyperdrive Pearl into phase 2. Yeah, that's a good play. Sai, how would you say the High Road 40 compares the OG? Quicker, longer, and quicker. Definitely. Definitely longer, definitely quicker. Vaughn, is the new one anything like the last one that released? What one are you talking about, Vaughn? I already forgot. Which ball are you referring to? Gabriel, what's the rating of the OG Ghost? Bad. Yeah, Ghost original flavor sucks. No, I hated it. It was terrible. It tasted like Red Bull, and I hate Red Bull. So no, I would never get it again. I'm glad I didn't get a 4-pack. User, should I learn to throw a spare ball or use my normal ball? I always recommend spare balls. I think everybody on the planet that is not named Norm Duke should have a spare ball, a true dedicated spare ball. Because spares, every missed one is 11 pins. You don't want to miss one a game. That gets you from a 190 to a 200 average. So if your name's not Norm Duke, I'd recommend it. Your name is Norm Duke. I mean, you're watching me? That's awesome. Hit me up. John, we have some 14s of both. Oh, and you use my name in it? Yes, we do have 14s, but we unfortunately do not ship, which is unfortunate. Maybe one day. Champions Pro Shop, Owatonna, Minnesota, if you want some identities. We have way too many. Way too many. Let's see. Zach, is the Storm Ion Pro Solid and Rockstar a good combo? Yeah, I think that looks pretty good together. You'll have a smoother and a quicker ball. User, best advice for a new bowler. Yeah, I would recommend using fingertip. Make sure to have a fingertip ball. And remember, your goal is not to spin the ball. Your goal is to go through the ball. That's always the biggest one, is you do not want to spin it with your hand. You want to go through the ball with your hand, like a yo-yo, not like a... Oh, what do you do that to? Not, I don't know, whatever you... Not like spinning a bop it? I don't know. I'm not good with analogies right now. I'm tired. Andrew, Volcasteria's laser scan. Okay, yeah. So it's just, and their laser scan is just 4,000 grit. Grumpo, what's the word on the upcoming motive ball? I haven't heard anything. I had somebody from my chat like a month ago say it might be a Pride, but not a clue. I've heard nothing. I do not hear anything for new bowling balls. Doorknob, yes, there you go, Brad. Brad wins gold star of the day. Doorknob, that's what we're talking about. Unless he's insulting me, then it's a different story. See, Lance, what's up, man? Andy Reid, I feel like talk of it has died. How has the Infinity Quest been in the real world? Mid. Very mid. It's fine. Ryan Powers likes his. If you're up the back of it a lot, I think you'll like it. If you spin it, it's very inconsistent. Just, asymmetrical shiny solids are always hit or miss. It just... The problem with it, like I mentioned it in a video on short form platforms, that we don't hear anything about bowling balls after they release. Storm has been a little better with it. Motive is okay. Brunswick doesn't, they forget about it. They post and run. So I would love to see a little more about how a ball performs. That's what worries me about the Black Widow or the Black Widow tour is that it released. Are we going to hear anything about it for the next month? I don't know. Or is it just going to vanish? Brad, can I get an RST Pearl instead of a gold star? No. No, this channel is not about negotiations. No, this is the dictatorship. Sorry, man. You're going to get a gold star and you're going to like it. Travis, how do you get more axis rotation? Spin it like a doorknob. No, axis rotation, you want to focus on when you're releasing the ball. Focus on your middle finger. Focus on going through your middle finger. That'll add a little more axis rotation. Little quick tip for you guys. If you want to try, it's a very simple one. When you're releasing a bowling ball, if you rotate it more through the ring finger, less axis rotation. Middle finger, a little bit more. Joe, yeah, golden notes. Yeah, it was red, gold, and wasn't there black was the other one? Dan, Sublime Focus is working really well. Love that. When it starts leaving flat 10s, I would go Equinox. Equinox will be a little better ball down. Andy Reid enjoying Unhinged Zach. Good. Be the Fury. Best weak smooth for Rev Dominant. One hand, no thumb. Storm preferred. Hustle Earth. Definitely a Hustle Earth. Andrew Lindsay, I don't know if you've talked about this before, but I noticed on Storm's site they're allowed you compare 3 balls. Yeah, I haven't played with that yet. I was waiting for their site to get debugged a little bit more before I got into it, but they have a comparison tool kind of like what Motive has, which is cool. I love it. I love when the ball companies take that extra step to try to help you make the right choices. That is what we need in bowling. I love it. Love to see it. Mike Mitchell, talking to college kids in itself will make anyone crazy. Oh, you know, most of the time it's great. I love a lot of pieces. They're awesome, but sometimes it's just woof. And that's with talking to anybody. I get the same feeling at my corporate job all the time. It's like talking to a lot of you is great. A couple of you like, I want to run. I want to try to just run through this brick wall. Pritzy, I bought a Hustle Glow. I think maybe the Earth might have been better. Yeah, you can surface the Glow. It'll get close to an Earth. Absolutely. BLT Burgers, anyone buy the limited edition Pink Absolute? Yeah, they only sold 300, so I'd be curious to see. Very curious. Aaron, speaking of controversial, why are the urethane bans happening and yet they're all different? If they're going to make it universal, yeah. So I've talked to USBC on this topic actually, which huge thank you to USBC for reaching out to me. The reason that they are not just doing a full ban is because the college season has already started and people have bought their urethane balls for the season. College urethane is a necessity. It's not just a tool. It has to be a crutch. They already bought them. So banning them at the start of the season would not be good because then all of these people need refunds on those bowling balls. That would put Brunswick it wouldn't put Brunswick out of business, but it would hurt them a lot. Otherwise, junior gold qualifiers have already happened. So I don't want to take it away for that. And just a full universal ban of a ball that a lot of people have is tough to enforce. Very tough. There's going to be a lot of people up in arms. So they're trying to look forward to like slowly preparing for that. They're trying to go for a more gradual approach. Will urethane get banned in the next 3 years completely or next 5 years? I would put money on it. I would put that $200,000 that somebody donates to me on that happening. But I can't guarantee anything. That's just a ZVL bowling opinion. That's not anybody else's. Probably. But the reason is, yeah, with all that stuff going on, and they want to make a slow trickle down where at the top level, they want versatility. If you win, you need to be versatile. They want bowling to be more of that versatile sport instead of the one-trick ponies winning. They don't really want that at all. That's not a great look because then everybody might as well just do that trick and whoever's best at that one trick wins. USBC thinks that's a negative look. Personally, I agree. I think the best urethane player is not the best bowler in the world. I think there's a difference. But yeah, that's why they're all different. Devin, my pro shop was doing a raffle for the Pro Solid red, white, and blue. Ooh, there's only 250 of those. That's crazy. Joe tried Culver's in Florida. Thank you. It's not that great. It's mid. I shouldn't say it. It's fine. It's fine. I haven't tried enough of theirs. Like, I don't want to say the whole place is mid. Dad Skate's bad. I see someone selling identities for 300. Is it petty to send him screenshots of the 159? I'm surprised people don't do that. I have to admit, people on Facebook Marketplace for like bowling balls, if they overcharge, they get feral. They get upset, and it's fun to read. You'll see some guys trying to overcharge for a bowling ball that's already on the market. Like, you'll see, like, if it is an Equinox Solid, you'll see people post a brand new Equinox Solid for like $300, and people will destroy them in the comments. Hilarious. All right, Yofo. 340 revs, 14 to 15 speed, according to the monitors. Yeah, you're definitely rev dominant, Yofo. Definitely, because you're only probably 12, or you're probably, you're probably 17 miles an hour off your hand, so you're probably closer to balanced. You're not speed dominant, though. Aaron, in my opinion, it's a bowling ball. As long as I don't use a certain thing or plugs, it's called a dab. No, that is unfortunately not the right approach, Aaron. We have professional bowlers, the best in the world, who are, I mean, the PBA wanted a ban. The players committee did come out and say they wanted a full ban, or PBA players did. That was confirmed by Chris Barnes. I have the best in the, I don't think we have the right to tell the best in the world to adapt. That's, I would put money that those guys would smoke every single one of us 11 times out of 10. Brandon, is this a recorded live? Yeah. Wait. Oh, hi, Brandon. Hi. It is not a recorded repost. No. What I'm doing, for everybody just joining us, I forgot to put this in here. Hi, hello. I'm Zach. Good to meet you. This is not pre-recorded. I have multiple lives going on right now. I'm live on YouTube, on Twitch, on Facebook, and on TikTok. So I'm reading from a lot of different chats is what's going on. Adam, if I qualify Junior Gold 2026, I might have to try Culver's. I don't have any near me. There are a ton in Minnesota. Now, that is the cool thing this year. I will be at Junior Gold a lot this year for 2026. It's in my home state. All of the centers are an hour away from me. So if you need any Minnesota recs, or you want to see me at Junior Gold, I'll be there. I will 100% be there. I won't be with any group, but I'll just be there for the ZVL bowling brand. So hopefully I see you there. Redneck Bowler, I had a bad 2 days of league, went 460 to a 317. I'm sorry for that, man. That's unfortunate, but hopefully it'll get better. Hopefully it'll get better in the next one. Sheriko, I got a Vaporize and it's way too strong. Pro Shop took some shine off of it. Still very strong. Wow. Interesting. Huh. That's not the strongest ball in the world. So Ralphie, I've never had Culver's. I just thought that in the Minnesota area, it's a big deal. It is. I don't know why. I personally don't understand it, but it is a big deal here. It's not like a cult phenomenon by any means, but people love it. There it is. Dad skates bad. Butterburgers are the pregame meal of champions. Meh. Cy would, yeah, we hit that one. Mike Mitchell, you're right about the RST hyperdrive. It hooks. Yeah. I 100% understand when someone says a ball is chuggy. Exactly. Chuggy is not a word that gets used enough in bowling terms. It means, yeah, slow, and you can watch the ball like slowly tumble through the pins. Arctic Vibe is the perfect example of chuggy. I had Sarah Bowles. I think I posted something about the Arctic Vibe, and she loved that. I haven't talked to her in a minute. Go say hi. Craig, what was the first ball that you fell in love with? DV8 Thug. Original DV8 Thug. That was the first like real performance ball I got. It was orange and gray. I think my memory is that of a goldfish. I think it was orange and gray. The ball sucked. Like, objectively speaking, the ball was terrible, but I loved it because it was the only ball I had. I think I shot my first 200 with that ball. Greg Green, either the 400 plus revs, 18 miles an hour down lane. Am I rev dominant or speed dominant? I think you're a little more to balanced right now. Nate, all the bowling balls I have signed have weight holes in them. That's awesome. Dean, I have a Mania, Black Venom, Deviate Black, or wow, Mania, Black Venom, Blue Fire, Hammer Axe. What 2 balls would you add? Oh boy. 2 bowling balls to add. Weaker, stronger, solid ball, like you have a lot of Brunswick stuff, Hammerhead. And then I'd say something between your Blue Fire and your Mania, like a GB5 Pro. Joe, I did a mohole on a Yeti uncaged. Is that what I had? Hold on. Hold on, Joe. Radical Yeti. Which one was it? Was that the red one? Oh, no, mine was not. I think mine was the Untamed. Right? Is that the green one? Yes, I did it on a Yeti Untamed. So I feel that. Mike, roasting my arsenal sounds like a great series. I'm so in. Dawn, I think we are going to have words about what are we having words about? Hold on. Did I miss anything from you? Grumpa, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Lemon character moving his head from left to right. Oh, it's. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just scroll down in chat quick. Oh, wow. My chat is broken. I'm reading like the subtext that it gives me. There it is. Thank you, Grandpa. Yes, that is an emote. You did not say lemon character moving his head from left to right. Awesome. Brad, maybe start a new channel, Unhinged Bowling. No, that will get me in trouble. Let's see. Let me catch up a little bit. I'm way behind. Apologies. Roast this Arsenal. Direct hit, IQ 78, snapshot. Those balls would look better in a dumpster than on a lane. Don, Yofa, I think it's, okay. Where are we at? PC is better than console. False. Good question. Why no hybrid urethanes? So urethane, it's kind of hard. The urethane, their pearl urethanes are kind of weird to begin with. The purple hammer is the only successful pearl urethane bowling ball ever. Otherwise, solid is the better play because you need a urethane to hook super early. If you add pearl additives to it, it makes it hook later, and that is not what you want from a urethane. That's why the fever pitch was one of the worst balls ever made. That's why you don't see a lot of hybrid. You see pearl solely because of the purple hammer, but otherwise the rest are solids. Joe, height of backswing is major factor in two-hand speed versus one hand. Oh, in both. In both, it changes your ball speed significantly. The 3 ways to increase ball speed: faster footwork, higher backswing, longer arms. One of those 3 things you cannot change very easily. RJ, has anyone tried the CTD sauce? I haven't even heard of it, in all honesty. Dad, skates bad. I seem to do best when I just stick with my Venom Shock. I mean, hey, that is the motive way of thinking, is what do? I throw a Venom Shock. That is correct, because it usually works. Let's see. Brad Staten, can I get the RST Pearl instead of the... Oh, yeah, that one. Grump, I would love to see a new Pride. Pride would be a good idea. Daniel, how do you feel about the Zen 25 for two-handed? I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's fine. Nothing crazy. It might be a little stronger than you expect, so be ready for that. Princess, Torpedo Direct Hit, Ion Pro Solid, Bubblegum Vibe, S2, Widow Tour, 3D Offset, Identity, Origin EX. Roast the Arsenal I had with me today. All right. Well, first of all, Torpedo Direct Hit. We all know that ball is hot garbage. Ion Pro Solid. I can't trash talk that ball. It's potential ball of the year. Bubblegum Vibe. I can't trash talk that either. Oh, man. It's hard to trash talk a bowling Arsenal now that I think about it. How do you? I got to think about how to roast an Arsenal, man. I didn't think of that. I thought it'd be easy. This is not coming as naturally as I thought. Andy Reid, the public is totally alpha testing the Storm website. Oh, that's funny. Jaybird, what's up? Going on, man? Tori Casey, I've worked for the state 33 years, and before the 4-year USMC, you either learn to go, whatever, or it ruins you. I choose. Corey, what does flare actually do? Bowling flare are the oil rings that go around the bowling ball. So usually, if you have a bowling ball, you'll have flare lines, like oil lines that go along it. We call those the flare lines. There was dust on that. Well, there's a lot of dust on that. Woof. The closer those flare lines are together, the less flare there is, the longer a ball is going to go. The bigger those flare lines are, the earlier the ball is going to be. High differential bowling balls, strong ASIMs, a lot bigger flare lines, bigger flare circles. So that's going to make the ball hook early. Gone. How do you handle pressure going for 300? Breathe. Breathing and accept the pressure. It's not bad to feel pressure. It's perfectly normal. You will always feel that rush. Just try to keep breathing. Just look at your spot and keep one thing going through your head, whether it's your step speed, whether it's a song. I used to get a song stuck in my head for tournaments, and it worked once, and I thought it would work all the time. A lot of good ways. Just try to not overreact. John Romero, can you explain ratio on a pattern chart? How do we use it in our game? Yeah, absolutely. The larger the ratio on a pattern, the easier it is. So if it's a 10-to-1 ratio, is going to be easier than a 5-to-1 ratio. What that means is there's more when it's a 10-to-1 ratio. For every 10 mils of oil in the middle of the lane, there's 1 mil on the outside. That usually makes the shot easier. So anything under 6-to-1 is generally considered hard. Anything above that is a little easier. So how do we use it in our game? When you see an easier pattern, you have more free range of bowling balls. You want to use, that's when you want to, you know it's going to be a strike fest and you want to strike a lot. If it's a lower ratio, you know it's going to be hit the pocket, stay alive for the first couple games. So that really helps determine what you should do. Yofo, what makes urethane so popular? Oh, it's an easy button. Absolutely. Yeah, to put it bluntly, it is. When you have a really hard pattern, the easiest way to tackle it is throw urethane because it will give you control. It will give you control of the pocket. And that is what you want on these harder sport patterns is control of the pocket. And now that rev rates are getting higher and higher and higher, if you control the pocket, if you hit the pocket, you're going to strike a lot. Strike percentages are going up more and more and more because rev rates are getting higher, ball roll is getting better. That's why urethanes are a lot easier. Grumpa, pieces and hockey puck. Yofo loves, QUG, what do you think about the new Pink Widow, Pink Widow urethane? Ooh, Steven, I see an interesting question. I'm gonna get that one for, yeah, in a second. But, QUG, what do you think about the Pink Widow? Pink Widow urethane is a good niche urethane ball. Purple Hammer is better, but the Pink Widow is very close to it. Just the core is very strong, so it's sometimes not as great. Yofo, love seeing your channel grow. Been following you since the beginning. You have, Yofo, and you've been here since like the first live stream. And huge thank you. It's been an awesome journey so far to see all of the channels become bigger and notable people in the bowling industry noticing, ball companies. I mean, I'm on the Radical podcast basically every week. That's awesome. That's super cool. No, but other people in the industry, I mean, USBC, a lot of people are reaching out and have seen my stuff. So it's incredible to see. And so many bowlers, every time I go in a bowling alley, there's generally someone who mentions it, which is super, super cool. So it's been an incredible journey so far, and we're not stopping anytime soon. We are not slowing down in that regard. Grumpa, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. You should try Zombie Burger in Des Moines. The menu is interesting. Oh boy. All right, I gotta check this. Zombie Burger. I'm scared. I see Captain Crunch already. That's interesting. We'll just read off a quick menu item. We have gourmet bashed burgers, T-Virus, Undead Elvis, East Village of the Damned, 28 days later. I love that. I love zombie references. That's so cool. That's so sweet. Brandon Moy, Hyperdrive Pearl's a beast. 705 out of box. Look at you go. Nice. Love that. Triple X 67 this week. EJ Forge or Sub-Zero Forge and EJ Jackal. Love to see it. Good 1-2 combo. Josh, is there a hated accessory in bowling? Example in golf is iron covers. Ooh. I don't know, honestly. I don't know if there is a hated accessory. Some people hate arm sleeves. That's probably up there. Headbands, maybe. You don't see that often. Gloves might be one. Some people don't like, but there really aren't many though. Those are like huge stretches. Like those are just accessories that are more niche. So like, I don't think so. I'll have to think about that one though. I'm a little curious. Aaron, I'm surprised with your answer. Aren't you taking away a certain shape plus a lot of players still use it? Yeah, a lot of players use it, of course. And it takes away a shape that is a crutch is the big one. Right now we have a thing in the industry. We have an issue in bowling and tournament bowling where urethane, if you only are good at throwing urethane, you can win tournaments with ease. If you are only good with throwing reactive, it's a lot harder because if people throw urethane and you don't, you're out of luck. So yeah, it's a tough subject. Corey, what do you think about X in the Pit comment about you to stay away from the track cipher Pearl? Oh, did they? Wait, what? Did they? Really? I didn't see that. Hold on. Tell me more, Corey. Aw. I missed it. And that saying maybe you didn't throw it yourself. Well, no, I don't have a way to throw all the equipment, unfortunately. So no, I haven't thrown a lot of bowling balls. That's one of the tough parts with the channel, but I feel like our research on this channel on bowling balls is the best in the industry. Did they? That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot. I've been so busy lately. I haven't watched a lot of bowling content, but yeah, let me know what they said. Let me know. I'm curious. Aaron, like Louis Napolis said, right tool for right job. No, urethane is I mean, urethane right now has turned into the only tool in a lot of jobs. So yeah, I think unfortunately Lewis was a little he kind of avoided a lot of the issues with urethane in his little spiel on it. There's a lot of issues with urethane, and that's a lot to get in. Steven, do you think being brand loyal can be a disadvantage? Yes and no. It's so hard. It's so hard to say because I think being specific to a brand, you know where everything fits. One of the toughest things with bowling is comparing brand to brand. Like, what is the difference between a Game Breaker 5 and a Phase 2? Nobody compares that ever. Nobody ever tests that. You don't really get the numbers, and it's impossible to compare the TX16 cover of the Phase 2 with the Game Breaker cover of the GB5. We just don't know the formula, the compound, anything, or the creation of it, anything like that. So yeah, I mean, I think that's an advantage, but a disadvantage is you don't get to throw a lot of the goats. If you're a Storm guy and you've never thrown a Venom Shock, I mean, the Venom Shock is one of the greatest balls of the 21st century. Or you're a Brunswick guy and you've never thrown a Phase 2. Phase 2 is one of the greatest bowling balls of the 21st century. So it's good to be able to throw a lot of that stuff because you might be missing out on a bowling ball that actually fits you really well. Because every brand has their own style of how their bowling balls roll. That might not be the best fit for you. You might not be a guy who should be throwing Motive equipment. Maybe you should be throwing Brunswick equipment, and that's hard to tell unless you throw it. That's a little bit tough. JR, the six ball bag has my vote. Ooh, yeah, you're right. I didn't even think of that. I do hate a 6-ball bag. Now, quick tangent. There's a guy at a tournament this Sunday who great dude, but he was bringing his 6-ball bag around everywhere he went. Those things are so large. They took up so much space. Like, oh man. Revs, X in the Pit gave the Cypher Pearl a 5 out of 5, but they say you do know your stuff, but wrong. Okay, good. All right, good. I was really hoping that there wasn't another bowling YouTuber who didn't like me. That's good to see, because I wasn't trying to throw shade at those guys. They are, however, the only ones in the industry who like the Cypher Pearl. Nobody likes that ball. It got ignored so hard after release. And I actually have a video I'll post on TikTok soon of like, has anyone heard about that ball? Like, I think 3 of the balls that got ignored so hard, you guys might not even remember these, and they've only recently been released. The Ebonite Entity, the Cypher Pearl, and the Radical Power Hitter. You don't see anything about those balls ever at all. It's crazy. Let's see. Then again, we're not on their level, so shouldn't our circumstances be different, Aaron? That's the tough thing, is like, yeah, do we all follow the same rules that the pros do or not? They shouldn't dictate us what to do. But, I mean, at that point is... I just got the funniest message. So, okay, I love that. It's tough because you don't want different rules from professional down to, league. And I'm a firm believer urethane should not be thrown on league at all. I don't think urethane is good on league. It gives people a false sense of consistency, but it doesn't give them good scores. If somebody used just a urethane for an average in league versus throwing a bunch of reactive stuff, I think you will always have a higher average with reactive stuff, with the right reactive stuff. So I don't think league bowlers should really need urethane. Urethane should only be used on sport shots. That's when it truly is broken and goated. All right, Yofo. I was eating Culver's for a while, then my doctor put me on cholesterol meds. Ooh, yeah. There's a little bit of cholesterol in there. Mike Mitchell just looked up the DV8 Thug ball. Oh, it's disgusting. That ball is disgusting. It's bad. It looks so gross. Yeah, Uncaged is purple and gold. Yeah, mine. Last attempt, double helix. Ooh, was that the... Oh, no, I'm thinking of the Brunswick Quantum Helix. That ball was weird. Tori Casey, y'all want underrated burnt ball? Ebonite pure fireball. Oh boy. Purple. Oh, purple fireball. I can't believe that ball's still in production. I didn't know that. I did a Brunswick categorization and I saw, hey, the fireball is still being made. I forgot that ball existed. Oh, good. Good to see. Sean, 6-ball bags are very hard to travel with. Oh yeah. Turtle bowling. What kind of bowling ball? I got a phase 2. Why that? So phase 2 is what? Phase 2 is a symmetrical solid. Vens, hello from Malaysia. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day so far. Right, what time is it in Malaysia right now? Malaysia time. It is, 9:22 a.m. Okay. Oh, it's early in the day. Perfect day. 5-Shot Fridays use the power hitter a lot. Who is 5-Shot Friday? I don't know them. I'll have to look them up. But they are staffers. Oh, okay, yeah. Cinnamon, what do you think of the Swag Fusion Hybrid? It is smooth, very slow. All the Swag stuff is some of the slowest equipment on the market. Very, very slow and smooth. So all of it. I tried using the Apex Pearl this weekend at my tournament where the lanes were torched. Oh, wow. I almost lilied. It was bad. It was so smooth. I was playing a lot of angle. I was playing like 25 to 7. That ball said no to me as it got to 40 feet. It said, you want me to turn left? No, I don't do that. I don't do that. So yeah, they are very smooth. Don, my favorite Pokeball, the quick ball. We need to get more of these. I know they sell them in like, I think it was a GameStop thing. I need to buy more. They're just so awesome to have. Chucky, what's going on? Join late. What's a new possible ball? Equinox Solid. There's about I would predict a 97.2% chance that a Storm Equinox Solid gets announced this week. There's a 10 a.m. live stream going on from Storm Bowling. They have a picture teasing the ball, and it's the same colorway as the Equinox Solid. Probably going to be an Equinox Solid coming soon. If we go off of the overseas specs, it's a very strong core. No one knows about the cover. They compare it to an Ion Max, which is interesting. Trappy, what Pearl Ball should I pair with my Ion Max? I would like the Equinox. I think Equinox is a good combo. John, if you want to get used to that pressure feeling while bowling, see if your team will let you bowl anchor. Ooh, true. Put that on yourself. Mike, I'm not gonna read that comment live. That might get me in trouble. Dang. Wow, I've never heard that insult before. Ooh, Larry Tripp, what are your thoughts between the High Road 40 and the Road Warrior? Oh, High Road 40 is weaker and sharper. Yeah, weaker and quicker. Because the High Road 40 does not have AI tech, is not an AI core, and it's a stronger cover stock. Where the High Road 40 is that original High Road core, higher RG, lower differential, and a quick, shiny and clean cover stock. John Romero, thank you for answering. Absolutely. I love your lives, but off to go Demon Slayer. Nice. Love it. Mike, we hit. Steven, do you think being brand loyal can be a disadvantage? Yeah, I hit that one pretty well. Andy Kang, I'm planning to buy a High Road 40 for burn. I think that's a great option. Trenton Carr, I just got 185 my first game. New Black Widow 3.0. Congrats, man. That's awesome to hear. Gutters, I have the 1 Reverb and Scorpion Strike. Can the 2.0 hybrid fit? I wouldn't at all. I think I would go with a solid ball. I'd go Black Widow 3.0 instead. JB Automotive, what arsenal should I build around a bubblegum vibe? I think you need stronger bowling balls than the vibe. I think starting with like an Anger Solid, a DB5 Pearl, maybe a Black Widow Mania would be a good option. Just building above it because you don't really need much below a bubblegum. Shane, what were your thoughts on the identity? Doesn't really play like most ASIM Pearls. It's honestly a good ball. I have to admit, the identity is a good bowling ball. It was just unfortunately hit with that limited edition, and then it just wasn't thrown much. I haven't seen it go down like the lane in tournaments that often. It's a good ball. It's a quicker asymmetrical Pearl. It's basically just a sharper Equinox. But yeah, it's a good ball. I just hate the marketing they did with it, and using FOMO I think was a bad choice. Revs on the left, 10-pin toolkit says Equinox Solid is 2000 grit. Good to know. But why? Okay, thank you for your response. But why can't they use what they want? To me, it's not a crutch, and to you, it might not be. That's a differing of opinions. And Aaron, it depends what you bowl. Like if you just bowl leagues, it's not a crutch. Then it doesn't matter. Tournaments, it is very much a crutch. It is 100%. You can ask any tournament bowler who bowls amateur or PBA events in the nation. There are many bowlers who use urethane as a crutch. Check out the last Brad and Kyle video. They jokingly say that a couple times. They say, you know, when Sunday finals comes around, it doesn't matter the pattern, urethane's coming out. Doesn't matter at all. And then they mention like, yeah, the only guys with the front 5 right now are throwing urethane. So yeah, Alex, coming from someone who just graduated from collegiate tournaments, mega crutch. Yep. It is. It is. I think anybody from any brand can factually say that it has turned into a crutch. It has. And that's unfortunate, and that's not really the goal of it. Andy Kang for burn lanes. Should I drill weak for weak balls? I don't like drilling weak bowling balls weak. I like drilling them more versatile. It would get to the point that if you weren't throwing urethane, coaches would not play you no matter your line. That's crazy, personally, wild. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Dawn said it perfectly. Stephen B just started my arsenal. I have a max throw pearl and a primal rage. I would recommend a solid ball instead. Go with like a venom shock to have a different ball reaction. I think that might be a little better. Brandon, what should I build around the power hitter? I don't know. I think a weaker ball is the play. That ball is quick. I like the Anger Solid with it. I'm a sucker for the Anger Solid, though. That's like, I think, a really good bowling ball, and I think a lot of other guys really like it as a ball, so I think that could be a good option. Yofo, I used to bowl with my expensive Bose earbuds. One fell out in the approach, landed right where my ball hit. Oh, that's ironically accurate. That's crazy. That's like, I'm sorry. That's really sad, and that's really unfortunate, really expensive, but it's like the irony of all of those things working together to happen is crazy. Aaron, I have an idea. If you want a partial full ban, why not create an all-star game banning it? Otherwise, for maker championships, they need to leave that alone. Or for majors. Besides, I use urethane as a spare ball and also have a strike ball from time to time. And it's to each their own. That's the tough thing. There's a million ways that you can go at it. Depending on where you're at with it and what your opinion is. That's a tough spot with all of these PBA, the tough spot PBA's in, tough spot USBC's in. Everybody has their own opinion. The issue with bowling, everybody's still bowling. The way to make rules for baseball, nobody's playing baseball that's on that committee as much. They have, of course, former players on the committee, but no one's really playing. For USBC, PBA, all those decisions, people are still bowling. So what you're going to see is, do I like throwing urethane and do I do well with it? Then I'm going to not want a ban. Do I not do well with urethane and do I get beat by it? Then I want a ban. Am I a Brunswick staffer? I don't want a ban. Am I a Storm or Motive staffer? I probably want a ban. So it all depends. Andy Reid, I've been thinking about getting a 6-ball bag. Mostly I bring up to 6 balls with me, but leave part of the bag at home. I recommend just the 3 balls. The 3 ballers. 3 ballers are so good. Jess V. Boss, hi from Tennessee. What's going on? Did you see where Bowler's Mart had a few EJ Venoms restocked? Oh, I didn't see that at all. That's interesting. Good to know. Too tall. I jumped on the comments on that X in the pit. They responded right away, and they weren't hating on you. Okay, cool, perfect, awesome. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm just glad I'm getting mentioned. I'm just a a conceited guy who needs all the attention on him. That's all. Nobody clip that out of context. That's cool. I'll have to check out that video and comment back. I'll make some jokingly funny comment. I'll pretend like I'm sad. Andy Clifton, thank you. Yeah, perfect. Mike Mitchell, any advice on what kind of campaign I could launch? Get the PBA come to Jacksonville, Florida. You'll have to talk. I mean, bowling alleys usually can put in bids for that stuff. BF, what's going on? Is the Rockstar Hero real? It is an overseas bowling ball right now. Yeah, it is an overseas ball, so it's highly, highly expensive, but it is real. It is a bowling ball that exists, just not available stateside. David Garcia, what's a good ball for third game when the oil's been dried up? My personal favorite right now, High Road 40. Other good options are Ivory Rhino, Max Thrill Pearl, Typhoon if you want super weak, things like that. Shane, I have the Identity, the Rockstar, the Phase AI, and the Phase 5. Looking for a big solid. What do you recommend? I personally like the Ion Max. It looks like you're very much a Storm guy, so Ion Max or RST Hyperdrive, kind of a 50-50 between them. Brandon Yoon, Ion Max Pearl and Rockstar Hero shown in the ball approved list. That would be awesome. And I'm guessing they're overseas. Usually everything on that approved list generally starts overseas, so that's cool to see. Andy King, yeah, that's an incredible deal for the High Road 40s. Absolutely. Aaron, thanks for the answer. The other guy's question, I might be switching soon. The High Road 40 is once I have the money. Amazing Robin, need a strong smooth above my Eternity Pie. Ion Max. Streethow, you got a ZVL Spider-Man chamois. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. If you guys do want your ZVL Spider-Man chamois, DH Labs down in the description. They make amazing chamois. So it's a cool way to help rep the channel. Brad Staten, how do I talk my wife into letting me buy more bowling balls? Flowers usually work. I think flowers are a good choice. Big B, limited edition, just like my old Ford LTD, where there was a bazillion of them. I just got one of your Spider-Man chamois. Never had a chamois before. Yeah, I always recommend chamois. Chucky, love your Arsenal reviews. Hey, thank you, man. Dinkino, just got back into bowling. Lower ball speed, higher rev rate. Keep hitting Brooklyn with the ocean vibe. I would go super weak with like a hammer raw will be good. Aaron, I have a brilliant idea. If Storm is listening, why can't they create a Pitch Black 78? I think they were trying, but then all the urethane talks happened and all the companies paused on making urethane, is my guess. I don't have any proof of that, just a guess. Let's see. Aaron, same color except the color shell. Yeah, and it's tough to make bowling balls is the issue. Rob D, what's going on? How much direct hit did I miss? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot yet. Han Solo, you talked me into the Anger Solid. Might grab it next week. Awesome. I think, yeah, it'll go well with the Black Widow 3.0, I think. I think it's a good combo. Mike Mitchell, non-bowling question. What non-bowling TV are you watching right now? I don't have a show. I've been trying to get through Invincible. Seasons 1 and 2 are good. Season 3 is very mid. The Boys is starting really soon, and I'm excited about that. I don't remember the date. But, oh no, I think it's Gen V is actually starting soon. So I'm going to watch that religiously. But otherwise, I don't really have many other shows I'm watching right now. I'm getting into more video games right now. I've had a long list of video games to play that I never had time for. So I'm getting into Expedition 33. Any video game nerds out there know it's up for Game of the Year. It's awesome so far. Super good story. So that's kind of what I've been doing outside the bowling world. Hoping to play more of that in the next couple of days. All right, we are going to do a last call for questions. Final call for questions. While I wait for a couple more questions to get in. Gen V started? What? Damn it. Okay, I know what I'm doing this weekend. But while I wait for a few more questions, remember, make sure to drop a follow or a subscription. It's the best way to help support the channel. Best way to help get notified when new videos are live. Remember, on YouTube, we have 3 videos per week. Plus, weekly live streams on Wednesdays, starting now through the rest of the year. And then on TikTok, Instagram, we have 1 to 2 videos per day, every day, all of the time. I think the last day we missed an upload was middle of May. I think we're on a 5-month streak. So otherwise, and then Facebook as well, same thing. So thank you guys all who've hung out so far for a while. Zach, do not spam, please. Please do not spam so much. Whoa, okay. Hold on. Sorry, man. We're going to mute you for 30 seconds. Yep. Sorry, bud. But yeah. All right. While we wait for that, I think we have a lot of people coming in. Zach, what do I keep my origin at when I have a hyperdrive pearl? 3,000. Yeah. Sorry, Zach. Sorry, man. That's just a lot of spam. Remember, I will get to the question. Just please no spam. Where are we at? Mike, Gen V started. I gotta watch it. How is it so far? I love that show to pieces. I thought Gen V was really good. The Boys is fantastic. Super gory, super raunchy. So don't watch it if you're not into those kinds of shows, but such a good show. Han Solo, Alien Earth is good. Okay, I'll check that. I'll have to look at that. Aaron, wildcard here. What's your opinion about the level? It's not good. No, I shouldn't say that. It's not bad. It's just too niche. It fits very specific situations that aren't that common. It's fine, but it's not great. Does that fit into your urethane ban? No, it is not. So, so the urethane ban is on cover stocks that do not absorb oil quickly. Slow absorbing cover stocks. The level is the opposite, where it's high absorbing, very, very high absorbing. So that's the difference. Gen V is off to a great start. Let's go. Oh, that makes me happy. That makes me so happy. The ending of Gen V Season 1 is nutty. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. This is going to turn into a Gen V channel. Should I start a movie review channel? Big B, where can I find the list you mentioned for pre-approved bowling balls prior to release? That is, if you just look up USBC approved ball list, it'll be the first link. Valius, I'm looking for a ball that kind of snaps like a V rather than a U. Two-handed bowler, Ember, no, not Ember. Hater Pearl is in that boat. Ultimate Wrecker is kind of in that boat a little bit more. High Road 40 is in that boat a little bit more. Things like that. And Mr. 87, I start with my phase 2, move to a Nuclear Cell or Crown Vic. That's perfect. Harrison, recommended ball released this year. Zach, I hit your question, man. What do I keep my origin at? 3,000 grit. Yeah, I already hit that, man. Far, recommended ball release this year for Rev Dominant. Ooh. If you only had one ball to grab, Rev Dominant. That's hard. It's so hard to just pick one good ball. There's a lot of good options. If you want to go in the medium route, you have a Rockstars, which are still really good. The Cove is awesome. Venom Shock is always goated for Rev Dominant. GB5 Pearl is still really good. If you want to go weaker, Typhoon, Bubblegum Vibe, Turbo X, Max Thrill Hybrid, a lot of good options. Mr. 87, I need something a little longer than the phase 2 and a little earlier than the Vic. I think that Nuclear Cell fit well there, man. I think you mentioned then move to a Nuclear Cell. That's where that ball fits best. What do you think of the Jackal Onyx? I like my Jackal Onyx. I think it's one of the best ASIM solids on the market. Really good ball. I throw it a lot. When I can, I throw it on heavier patterns. It's great for that. Brad, I've got the Gremlin and Typhoon. Yeah, that's a good 1-2 combo. That's a good play because the Typhoon is much weaker, so a good 1-2. Andy, my leather chamois is dirty. Yes. Bucket, or, well, it can be a plastic container, hot water, and soap. Just dish soap. Put the chamois in it. Let it soak. Once the water gets dirty, dump out the water, refill it, and repeat the process until the chamois is clean. Aaron, thank you tonight, even though we have different opinions. Absolutely, of course. Of course. That's a goal. We don't want to, just start screaming at each other. That doesn't get us anywhere. That doesn't get us, that doesn't make either of us feel good. Doesn't help at all. Brad, yep, Gremlin, Don, thanks for the chat. Absolutely. Love having you in here every week, Don. It's great to see you. Rob D just picked up a Primal Ghost, 24 by 4 or 25 by 4 by 20 probably. Didn't seem to have much shape. Yeah, that is, it probably burning up way too quick. I think it's a little too quick. I would recommend more surface then, yeah. And Balius, I'm a Hammer Raw right now. What's the next move in terms of Snappy? You'll want to go a ball up from that. You'll want to go like Crown Victory. Mr. 87, it is pretty old. Yeah, if it's pretty old, I mean, the Steel Forge could fit there well, too. I think that could be a good option. Otherwise, Zen 25. Because what was your first ball? Phase 2? Yeah, Zen 25 is a good option. No Doubt's not terrible. Things like that. And then I just got the Ultimate Record drilled to be placed between the Identity and the Rip. That's okay. But I got drilled at 4.5 by 5 by 4. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. Yeah, that works perfectly. All right, but we are fully caught up. I want to give a huge thank you to everybody that hopped in today. I want to apologize for starting stream a little bit late. We will be back on track 6 p.m. Central Time. Rest of the year on Wednesdays. Be ready for that. 6 p.m. Central Time. We will be live all the time to talk all things bowling. Again, massive, massive thank you to everybody who hops in all these all the time. It is awesome to see these numbers just be crazy high and that you guys care to just look at my face and talk about bowling. So massive thank you to all of you who watch all of these, whether you watch them in the future for a recorded or you watch them live. Massive, massive thank you. Remember, we have videos coming out 3 times a week on YouTube, 1 to 2 times a week on TikTok and Instagram. Our next video is going to be a motive categorization guide. Noon tomorrow, noon on Thursday, motive categorization. We'll have a Brunswick and a Storm one coming within the next week. Otherwise, we probably have a new Storm ball getting announced on Friday. We'll have a preview video up if that ends up happening. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow. TikTok, I'll say goodbye to you first. Thank you guys so much over on TikTok. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye. All right, done with TikTok. And then we're over to you, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Thank you guys all who are hanging out right now. Really, really appreciate it. I will be back live again next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. I will see you guys all then. My thing is... we might be frozen. Hopefully not. All right, bye-bye.